Well,
Wednesday.
at Synergy CBD Labs. We're normally having Tuesdays with
Right.
Nicole, but
But yeah, little communication yesterday, some good stuff. But yeah, we're here on a wonderful Wednesday.
yeah, don't let her lie to you. It was me, and
And
I
no,
have not been feeling well
no.
because I've got to do some advanced medical things that I'm sure we'll talk about on a different show. But as long as we're here, as long as we can help people, we have a great life. And we just lost a very special friend of ours this week,
Yeah.
and Toby Keith is now having a big concert up in the sky, and if I could say to anybody that is a fan of him, they have no idea how great of a guy he was as a family man, as somebody that you would just know. And he did an interview that I posted the other day where he said that, you know, he had gotten to the point where he was okay either way. And
Mhm.
people that don't have faith, um, they don't have that.
Right.
And,
Right.
it was a true testament to, where he is and what he's doing. And, he's definitely inspired many people with his charities and especially his music. But what a great guy, and we're just gonna miss him.
I know. It's
And
awful.
I am going through my little kidney failure
Mhm.
issue. Hopefully I'm gonna get some dialysis.
Yes, which will help you, even
That'll give me a
though
little bit
you
more
don't look like
strength.
you need any of them.
At Nicole Hemming, everybody, she is the most supportive person. If you want to have a support system, you get to be friends with Nicole because she is a booster.
Well, but,
And
like, if anybody else, like, out there watching this right now, like, really sees, like, Mark is doing show after show after show every day with all these people. Like, most people are like, "I'm sick," and they stop or take it slow, and this guy just keeps plowing right through everything. Like, it's awesome. Like, it's
well,
very
I
inspiring.
I had to cancel a couple of them the last couple of days. They put me on some new medication that really kicked my butt. But I I'm better more than I'm not. I just got
Right,
to get a lot of
right.
sleep, and I'm unemployable, for the regular things because I can't get up. But once I get the kidney transplant, hopefully we'll get back rolling again and
Heck yeah.
doing all sorts of stuff. Until then, it's my distinct pleasure to help and coach and mentor people and work with Nicole, helping you guys with your businesses and talking to people about what they need to do and showing you guys how we're building this wonderful brand to
Yeah.
to help people. And I want to make sure that I mention this. Everything that we do has a component of charity to it.
Yes. Mhm.
Nicole and I, when we founded the company, our goal was to help other people, and we wanted our company to do well by doing good.
Right.
So if there's charities that we can shout out for, or there's people that we can help, our main mission is to be helping other people and making sure that we build that into our mission statement of what we're doing.
Exactly. Well, and really, just like how Mark said, if there's anybody out there who really wants to not only give a shout out, but find ways to help give back to those same are looking to also get a little extra income, feel free, reach out to us because we've got plenty of opportunities for others to be their own boss while making that extra money and being able to give back. So just know that you guys can always touch base with us.
And we champion the small businesses.
Yes.
So If
Mhm.
you have a small business and you feel like you could use a little exposure, or you want somebody to help you make some free content that you can share around with your following, we'll have you on the show either
Yeah,
Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever it is. We'll have you on the
absolutely.
show. We'll make some content with you
Yeah.
and help build that, you know, uh,
Your brands and just kind of showing you, yeah, how to work for yourself.
and it's amazing when you make a little bit of content
Mhm.
and then you share it back through your channel, how many people are like, oh, that guy, that painter guy,
Right.
Daniel with Integrity Painting, that's the guy. We should call him, because our friends and family and previous customers need to be reminded,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
we're out here. Here's what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, and it's word of mouth because, like, once you start talking about it or you think about it, then you can refer it to other people and stuff. Like, it's stuff like that is always really, really great, you know?
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Um, Talk about what you're doing over at the corporate headquarters at Synergy CBD about your media creation. You've taken a
Yeah.
large role
Yeah,
in
I'm trying
education.
to get some education, but then also not only the education, just and it's repetitive. So like a lot of things I do say over and over again, and I have had certain people message me and be like, "Hey, you said that in your last video." I do. It's certain things like always consult your physician or healthcare provider if you're on other medication, different things like that. But really when it comes down to is not only have we done the education portion of it, but we're now incorporating the brand inside of it and stuff just so that you can kind of see and get a feel for not only like our brands, but what to look for when you're trying to find your own products for yourself. So we've got that. And if anybody's up in Winter Park in Colorado, the salon at Winter Park actually just picked up our brands and we shipped them out a bunch of stuff last week. So they're incorporating CBD inside their services for just yeah, the nails and all that. So and spa stuff. So if anybody's up there, go check them out as well too. So yeah.
I would like to make sure that we reach out to our wonderful distributors and make sure that they know that they have a free landing page
Yes.
that can
Great.
get created. And as soon as this as salon, let's get their landing page made, and then we'll do a short little ad on their page, their landing page.
Yeah. So no,
Uh,
I think just things like that have just been it's really great just sit there and like all the different people we've been able to reach just over a short amount of time.
well, and the Synergy name, we
Mhm.
want to remind everyone that the Synergy name is about helping each other. And so my experience lends to knowing how the organic search works and how the exposure and there's a lot of things when you Google search somebody, they don't come up,
Yeah.
but others do, and it's because there's activity that's being drawn to that person. Like for instance, if we Google um, Taylor Swift, she comes right up in the search engine because it's very popular.
Yeah.
A lot of us that are hope ditch digging doesn't come up in the search because not that many people are looking. But if we synergize ourselves and we say, okay, put Synergy CB Labs on the same page with Matthew Bolter's gourmet dog treats and this Winter Park salon and whatever it is, and everybody's going to that same central cooperative website, Hive,
Mhm.
then more people are coming up for different reasons. So we're actually bolstering up Colorado
Yes.
businesses,
Yes.
but they're different types of businesses, but they all benefit from having that extra stuff.
Yeah, by just incorporating a little bit of CBD into their services. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's something, and it's not only great to help your community and give them a different alternative on something more natural to kind of bring them to ease, whether it's anxiety, whether it is just pain and inflammation, any of that other stuff, basic things like at coffee places to bring down the jitteriness of the caffeine, but still
And I think businesses are
to be able
surprised how many of them
yeah,
fit together. Like, let's say you have a massage
yeah.
place,
Mhm.
why not pop a couple of gummies right before your massage,
Mhm.
to lend to that same thing.
Right. Well, and also before massage, what's really, really great too and stuff is a lot of those places have you go sit in a relaxation room where they bring you a cup of tea. That would be a great add-on to be like, hey, do you want to do like we can add this tincture into it because it would actually hit you even faster and stuff to like really kind of get you in the mood to relax you. It's something just as basic like that, just the same as how you can do it once again inside the coffee bowl tincture or edible form where your clientele still keeps coming back, like if they're students, they're doing whatever, but they're able to focus and get done what they need to get done without all the jitteriness. So it's just finding different ways to incorporate it, or gyms where it would be CBD is great for after workout stuff with inside you, just because it helps calm the inflammation with inside, your bones, or, if you're lifting too much or any of that. It's so amazing how you can really incorporate it in so many different ways, multiple times a day in your daily life. It's great.
Well, and I have some skin issues that I deal with, and people
Mhm.
that have watched my shows probably have seen me itching a little bit. My renal failure causes some kind of itching, different
Mhm.
things that we're doing. And one of the things that I use is one of our own products. I use the CBD salve, and it
Mhm.
has given me just an enormous relief from some of the skin irritations that
Yeah,
happen. And
absolutely.
um, a lot of people, I think that you're trying a different kind of a lotion, or you're trying an oil, or you're in a spa and they're doing whatever they're doing, and it doesn't hurt to try
Right, right.
what's going on. And when you find out, hey, this really helps, then it's given me tremendous relief, and
Well, and it's nice too because a lot of people are very standoffish about it because when they do
just a
find
second.
out and they're like, "Huh? Oh, sorry."
This Mark, yes, yes, ma'am. Visa, Visa. Yeah, I don't have that with me right now. Can I can I call you back with that? Or can I pay when I'm there? I'll pay when and it's 5:45, right? In the morning? Okay. All right. I'll pay when I get to the hospital. Thank you. Bye. I am so sorry about that.
Don't be sorry. That's doctor stuff. That's important.
Whenever I see that Norman Regional, I have to answer the
Mhm, and you
phone.
gotta answer right away.
So
Oops.
800 bucks.
Oh, each time, is that for dialysis or just for the
No,
surgery?
they're putting a port in.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
And so
That's
hopefully
In and Out though. That's this week, right?
that's tomorrow.
Yes. And it's an In and
Tomorrow
Out.
at 5:45 in the morning.
Oh,
They're
at
gonna
least
put
you get
that
it done
in.
first thing in the morning.
Right.
Right.
But
And you're fasting because you're sleeping anyway. So
oh yeah.
yeah. So
That's but crazy.
yeah.
But at least I'll be able to still do the show.
Yeah. Well, that's next week, but even then, if you can't, I could do it. It just won't be with this whole setup. It would be live. It'd be like a live on Facebook and then saving it and like placing it everywhere else.
Right.
Right.
So anyway, sorry about that. But
Okay.
let everyone know, take care of your health, take care of your family.
Yes.
And even if you're doing a Zoom call or a podcast or something like that, make time for the most important things in life. And
Right.
because in the end, those are the things that are going to be important. No one is
Yeah.
going to say, hey, you had that imperfect podcast that one time because you took care of your kids or whatever. Nobody's going to remember that. Nobody cares.
Nope.
No one.
Well, and go back to a bunch of other ones where it didn't happen.
Well,
There's tons.
yeah.
No,
And
we have tons.
better to try
Mm-hmm.
and have problems
Right.
than to be so
Not try at
afraid
all.
that it's not going to be perfect
Right.
that you just don't do it at all.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I remember here, just a second.
No worries.
This Mark. I do, but I'm doing a podcast right now. That's why I didn't answer the first time.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Send me a text. Send me a text with your phone number, and I'll have somebody come back and call you and get things arranged.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
See, he's a wanted man and helping everybody.
I don't understand why, when you put that call on pause, why do they call right back?
I don't know.
Like, I love you. Leave a message.
Yes. Or like
I'll call you back.
Yeah, either a voice message, text message. No, I'm right there with you. I actually a sign of very toxic behavior to hang up and then keep calling back over and over and over again. I don't even.
That's why I had to answer that. Just
yeah, because you're like, what are they doing?
In case it was a doctor's office or something like that. Because like 2 days ago, I got a call from the doctor, and he said, "Oh, you've got to go in right now because you've got toxic levels in your body that will kill you." So you got to answer the phone.
But don't keep calling if it's not an emergency.
And then it turns out to be a realtor that wants to buy one of your houses.
Although, well, I mean, you kind of don't want to, like, I get that, but it's also like, that's money.
Well, let me tell you something. I never sell a house. Ever.
Okay. You just incorporate them.
I only buy houses and rent them. That's it. Now, the only time that I sell a house is if it's too expensive to rent.
Okay. Which makes sense because
the house that you live in, you wouldn't want to keep as a rental because it's too expensive.
Right.
But otherwise, we want to buy houses and keep them. We don't want to sell them.
Yeah. To sit there. Well, because it's that constant like flow of income that's coming in and stuff. If it's lucrative, then don't sell
what
it.
we need to teach everybody is how to get that little piece of the pie that gives them income that's coming in. And that's the defense against the inflation and the money being worth less is to make more money the right way.
Right. Well, and speaking of that, I kind of did want to sit there and say, so everybody, yes, we do talk a lot about like, realtor market, everything, because like, and we've talked about cryptocurrency, we've talked about stocks, we kind of do other things, but it's other ways of continually making income. But one of the things that I really want to ask you about, and your personal opinion, was what transpired in, oh, hi, hon. Look how cute she is. She's so sweet. I went to high school with her. Um,
Isn't
uh,
that great?
I know, it was very sweet of her. But no, I kind of wanted to know what your thoughts were about what transpired in California with all those high rises, how they had a bunch of the people that tag really well go up, and like each unit floor kind of thing had a different thing. It was really kind of cool what they did, but within just a few days, they had tagged every single one of these empty luxury high rise apartments. And I'm not quite sure if they were doing it to sit there and point out that there's such a huge amount of homeless people within inside California, and to sit there and show that these are three separate buildings that from head to toe, they're all luxury, not one unit is rented, sold, nothing. That what are your thoughts about that? Have you seen anything on that?
I have to be honest with you.
Mhm.
I'm not one that watches the news.
Oh, well,
I'm just
it
not.
wasn't news, it was TikTok from because clearly I've been on a lot lately.
That's where you get
Trying
a
to do
lot of
it.
good news from. But it's not that I don't keep up with everything. I just try not to have a bunch of toxicity.
Yeah, that's why I don't
So
watch the
maybe I might
action
not see
news.
the thing, but I'm telling everyone that there's no reason for us to have the resources that we have
Yeah.
and have people living without homes.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing that's happening with the immigration, you know, is proving that, there is housing.
Oh, yeah. Well,
They're
and
putting these 40,000 people that are coming in somewhere.
right.
If we
Well,
were,
where there's actually one at our local middle school last night. Didn't go to it personally. But they were having a huge, what is it, like town meeting or something about that Denver is so overfilled with all these people, put them anymore, that they need to look on the outskirts. And they had over the summer shut down, I think it's something like 16 schools within inside Jefferson County, and that they're and had forced the kids to go to other places because they were low on their numbers. Actually going to potentially open up those schools to house these immigrants that are here. And so that one would be actually right outside, or right next door, not outside, but right next door to our local uh, pool or whatever that like we have. So it's interesting. It would have been interesting last night to go to see what certain people said, even long-term effects, what would have happened. But we'll see, I guess,
well,
see what happens.
there's so much waste that,
So much.
there is no reason to have people camping on the streets. We could set up little towns away from
Yep.
the cities and with transportation back and forth. I mean, we could get these people in a warm, safe environment
Right?
and then help them bootstrap themselves up with education and different things. It's just,
Well, and it's
it's
I
like the
think with
people
what
that
they're
are in
doing.
charge don't care.
No, they don't, which it's been absolutely horrible. It's kind of funny that you say that because just this morning, for people who don't know, my husband is a police officer, and he went from being in investigations. He's back currently on patrol. And he just said in the past handful of years from going from investigations back out, not only has fentanyl like gone absolutely crazy and stuff, he has not dealt with more like, and he feels awful and stuff. Like the people call constantly on all these homeless peoples, and he feels because he works days and stuff. First thing in the morning, he's like out there, like waking up all these people, being like, sorry, you have to get out of the parking lot, trying to give them certain resources. But he's like, this is absolutely crazy. And the amount of people out there who have absolutely taken advantage, which has been absolutely horrible and heartbreaking, of like a lot of the Venezuelans coming in because they don't speak English. They are selling them things like false registrations, false license plates to take what, and like to keep it for them. No, they think that they're doing things legally, but their cars are being towed because they're fake licenses and different things like that. It's the whole thing is become not a great situation for all to have. Like it's not nice for everybody involved and stuff. So
And
it's just
that's one of the things that just drives me crazy is that we don't punish the people who are greedy.
right.
And I'm a entrepreneur, as
Mhm.
are you, and I am a very conservative individual.
Mhm.
And that doesn't mean that we don't feel for our people,
Right.
and these corporations that have gouged people with the prices and all of that kind of stuff.
Well, even basic things like housing, like we have all these people coming here, all these immigrants, they can't get anything. Our own people can't afford or get their own. Yeah, how you said that's a
Well, there's a
great thing to
difference
say. It's
between
gouging.
corporate profits
Mhm.
and greed, corporate greed.
Yeah.
And we need to figure out, what the balancing act is, because they're just jacking up these prices and they're saying, oh, COVID and the supply
Yeah.
chain, and it's a lot of it's a lie.
Yeah. Mhm.
And
That right there is why I don't watch the news.
yeah,
That's why
because it drives you
I watch
bananas.
different outlets. Which is why I saw, and it was actually when I was going through TikTok, because I was trying to find like funny little things or whatever. It came up. It was this whole, I guess, like website that is dedicated to people who tag that community and stuff. And it was actually, I was very impressed, not only how they got it done on that high rise, but I was like, I kind of am getting exactly what they're saying, because we have all these places and we have all these people that we have to house, and we're saving it for people where it's 3 massive buildings, high rises, that nothing is rented out, all luxury. We need to worry about the other people.
Which, yeah, there's
Yeah,
no problem with that. And
right.
there's plenty of space.
Oh, tons of space.
If we would
You
just
just can't.
take care of the
Yeah.
basic needs
Mhm.
of some of these folks, and then we can get it sorted out. You know, who needs to do this and who needs to do that. And, we need to do it in more of an orderly fashion.
Right. And doing it to where it's more humane, really, and stuff like like
I agree.
I just kind of think so much.
I totally agree.
Mhm. Yeah.
And,
Being a good person. That's all.
well, whenever we can have a chance to have a positive impact on things, then
Mhm.
I think that's what we try to do.
Which for people out there who, if you guys are just joining in or just hearing, that's actually like that he does find houses that he buys and he rents them out once again at affordable pricing, where it's not be out there paying what other people pay as an entire mortgage payment. And that's just your rent payment, if not way more than what somebody's mortgage is. Mark is really good at doing
And
that. And you partnered with the VA out there, right?
yes,
Out
yeah,
in
we're
Oklahoma, which is
we're helping
amazing.
the veterans get into houses. Yeah.
Yeah, with
Well, and the
affordable
thing that
housing.
happens is, what's that?
I said with affordable housing. That's what you're helping them
Yes,
with,
yeah.
the veterans.
And that's the
Yeah.
thing. If you're in Denver and you're getting $12,000 or $1,200 a month for your Social Security disability, you have no chance in Denver.
Nope.
You cannot survive in Denver because a 2-bedroom house is $1,600, $1,800 a month for rent.
Yeah. Yeah, and not even, you guys are not even listening. You guys just want even an apartment in Denver, like
To rent.
to
Yeah.
rent. My son and his girlfriend have been looking, and for like the tiniest 750 square foot apartment, that's 1 bed, 1 bath, they're looking at close to $1,300.
And you just can't make it. So
No.
the small towns that I'm revitalizing in Oklahoma, there's houses for $650 a month, 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom,
Mhm.
half an acre house, and you can live
Beautiful,
there and you
too.
can work
Mark
remotely.
redoes these homes, like
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful homes too. Mhm.
Yeah. Well, and some of them are little farm home type things, and some of them aren't perfect, but you know, it's a big difference where there's 2 people with Social Security income of $1,200 a month. They can take $2,400 and move to a smaller town and build a community
Right.
that is important.
Mhm.
And you know, all these people getting together and building up this smaller community are more powerful than these people with very little resources trying to fight the big, you know, governmental thing. Because the people that are in charge of Denver, they're living in houses that have gated communities, and they're not in the fray. You know, they're not in the fight for the people.
Right.
You know,
Oh
and our
no.
government has lost its.
Yeah. Well, and it's just like I personally feel like it's gotten really bad in Denver. Like, and really when it comes down to it, thank God doing this, like Mark's in Oklahoma, I'm here in Colorado. I could take this anywhere that I go. But I mean, essentially our plan is once our youngest is out, she's in 7th grade, moving from the state. It's too much. And realistic of our kids can financially afford to be here. So where we end up, we're not sure. We'll kind of see where they're all scattered out and just kind of try to find something more central located to everybody. But really, when it comes down to it, it's our son and his girlfriend, like first time moving out, everything else. And it's really expensive for them to like find something for next to no space. And they have a dog. So they do need to take the grand pup. 'Cause we got him
Well,
now.
and I'm
He
not
needs-
anti-Denver. I'm not anti-Denver.
No, it's the cost. It's not realistic. And actually, it's kind of funny. So my daughter doing her lacrosse, we went because of course we'll go back up there this season. It is a town right outside of Dillon, Colorado. And we were just looking to see what the housing cost would be for them. And there were these awful, awful apartments that were like, I mean, you could tell that, and in their pictures, there were black mold in like the corners of like the shower. It definitely looked like there could be cockroaches around. Like
Oh
it
my
was
goodness.
awful, so disgusting. And in smaller places that were on square feet apartments, they're being sold for $1.2 million. Supposed to do that. Plus, if you go up to those mountain towns, they can't find workers because no one wants to bus back and forth from a little bit more affordable to go up there and stuff. The cost of living. So I did recently have a lottery where they only weigh a couple of houses a year, but they sell the house. They technically can. It's what it physically costs them to make it, just to try to get workers up there. But
And
that's the problem.
even then,
Crazy.
Yeah. It's not affordable.
No, not at all. And stuff to go up there because the cost of like lumber, just everything has skyrocketed so insanely. And than to shop. It's become to a point where I'm just like blown. But especially when we looked at those prices for that particular place, it's insane. And that was just one unit that was so disgusting, being sold for 1.2. Like, and yet, like, you have to go in and redo everything. It was disgusting. Yeah. On so many
Well, and there's a lot of big city things that get forced upon some of the smaller towns.
yes. Yeah.
Because I'm very active in Colorado, small towns, and they're affected
Mhm.
by the legislature of the big town, much
Mhm.
like Illinois is affected by what's happening in Chicago. And
Yeah. Yeah.
the people in the city want may not be what the people in the rural country and the farming lands want, and that's a huge problem as well.
Yeah.
Then Denver just isn't what it used to be. I grew up in Denver,
Mhm.
and I went to Western State Colorado College for my undergraduate degree, and I majored in skiing, and I minored in business. But if you want to go skiing now, it's
Oh, it's insane.
3 or
Not
4
only
hours.
is the mountain crazy covered, the prices are astronomical. I don't even go anymore for that reason. And I've
Well,
grown up here in Denver too my whole life and done everything. And it's been, I'd say, a solid 10 to 15 years since I've done it. Because to me, it's not
my
worth it.
daughter went to go hike up Hanging Lake, and
Yeah.
she needed to buy a ticket,
Yep.
and
Mhm.
she had to get a time slot. I mean, it's not like go enjoy nature. It's like these pictures of the crowded beaches in Asia
Yeah.
where the people are all touching, and it's like, oh, this is crazy. That's what it's like, and
Well, and it's
it's not
also
fun
because
anymore.
Hanging Lake, they have this beautiful, I think it's the bioluminescence that's inside the lake. It's so beautiful. And people from other states and other places, even though there's signs everywhere that you're not supposed to get into it because our natural oils ruin this beautiful color of this lake. People were doing it, and it really kind of ruined it for a lot of the people here. So it's like even basic things like going to different places to go hiking or to go see different things. We've kind of almost stopped doing most of it because it was just so overcrowded and overpriced, and it's just to us not it when you kind of go away to get away from everybody, and the places that you go to get away from everybody, it's like overcrowded. You're kind of like, I just stay back in Denver
Well,
and
and
make
the thing
money.
that made it so wonderful is diminished because it's so crowded.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is. It's very overcrowded and stuff. But that's why eventually we're like, well, we're fine. We've lived here all these years, and look at you. You're doing great. You freaking moved from the state, and you still have got some property back here that you've got renting, but you've built like an entire amazingness out there in Oklahoma, really actually helping people while you're retired. He's like semi-retired. Mark doesn't actually retire. Uh-oh, I think his screen froze. Oh no.
my main goal.
Oh, did your screen freeze again? Well, there's Mark, everybody. Well, I guess we try to figure out what's going on with us. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Keep just sending any questions you have my way. I've got a ton of notes of different shows that I'll be doing on my stuff, once again, for both education and for product. So reach out with any questions, comments, the specific things you want to learn about. Whether it's my product, and this week we'll be doing more things with capsules, with vapes, tons of different stuff. So I really hope that you guys have an amazing week. We will see you next week, and let's send all of our good vibes Mark's way so that he has an amazing surgery tomorrow with no complications and that he's home, just so that we can get our healthy guy back, even though you couldn't tell that he's not that way. So you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.